Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today giving you the OU finals of our little F.E.A.R tourney. So yeah, this is just an idea of, I'm not entirely sure as to what the tourney is about, like if there's a point system between every time I face people in different like tiers of the tourney, or is it just like, oh, who's strongest in like this tier and that kind of thing. So yeah, either way, this is my little trick room team that I like doing. Careless made it with me. TYU too, sir. But yeah, so like at his team, there's a lot of threats. There's a lot of threats to be seen here. I don't know. What should I lead with? I kind of like Heracross. It might be okay. I'm looking forward to getting my OU revenge on me. On you. Okay. Okay, let's see. Well, my rocker is F.E.A.R. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a great lead, considering his team. I mean, bullet seed, as Pokemon would say. Could be nice. Because Rotom, why wouldn't you lead with Rotom? F.E.A.R. could be nice and powerful. Let's go with Hera. Okay, that's fine. Not the worst sitch in the world. What do I want to do? I mean, he's not gonna want to EQ me. He might want to toxic me. I'm gonna go Crawdon. I think that is my best play. As, I'm not really sure what he wants to do here. I feel at this point there's a lot of stalemate, because we're not really sure what each team is about, what each member's goal is. So he doesn't know if I'm like necessarily Mega Hera. I don't know. We need to get more of his play style, because I actually just faced him in the F.E.A.R GBA League. So I got a little bit of an idea for his playstyle, but that was more of like innovative stuff as opposed to making plays in a normal OU setting. I don't know if this Trick Room team is going to work out here, as he does decide to EQ. I'm a little bit surprised about that, TBH. Nonetheless, I'm going to go for a knockoff, as that is totally chill, as that destroys his life. Good. So, yeah, I mean, I can press knockoff again and not have a single worry in my life. Because, I mean, if he wants to bring in a Zoomeril to take the hit, be my guest. But, yeah, I get off all that delicioso damage, which is great. So that takes out his F.E.A.R, which means it eliminates his hazards. So that's important. Plus one of his walls, clearly. The way it took it, it's probably a specially defensive wall. I mean, if Gliscor is your physical wall, you don't want to take a Crab Hammer. Yeah, plus he doesn't know my speed investment, necessarily. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised he went for the EQ in the first place, so. Nonetheless, he's going to bring in Zard now. I think my best play is to go to Cress, and then that way I can figure out what kind of Zard he is, as he is Zard X, which is totally fine. I think. I'm saying that to reassure myself at this point. Who really knows, actually? I don't know, I'm just trying to think. If I want a Trick Room. I definitely want a Trick Room. I'm just trying to think. Let's get some calcs up in here, because I need to see what actually is able to OHKO Zard X. As, plus we still don't really know what kind this is at this point. Mega, okay, I don't know how to type things apparently. We got OU Dragon Dolls versus Mega Hair. Let's try Mega Heracross. OU Offensive. Let's make it Adamant, and we put Rock Blast. Rock Blast guaranteed kills. Okay, good to know. But he could easily bring Gliscor in on that. So, what about Crawdon? OU, adaptability, Crab Hammer, has a chance to kill. Plus it'll bring me back to full health, which is, I feel that's probably one of the better plays I could do. Honestly, I'm just going to go with that. I'm just going to go Trick Room as he burns me. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but this actually works out really well. Because now I can Lunar Dance, go to Crawdon. So everything's working out. Thankfully that Hax wasn't like crucial to me losing or winning. Knockoff does not kill from this range, so gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, let's see what he does. He goes for Dragon Claw. If he went for Roost there, he'd be a baller. So he only has like a couple of switch-ins, I guess you could say at this point. He said, "Oh, the irony!" And I'm like, "No!" Oh gosh, that's so great. I'm so glad you noticed that. So he's doing Calyx now. Yep, Crab Hammer destroys his life right now. He can easily bring in Azu though, which is kind of what I'm worried about. No, not you. We want to switch to Azu here. Let's pretend it's AV. Crab Hammer is a potential to it KO. Knockoff is basically the same situation in conjunction with Crab Hammer. So I think, yeah, my best play is going to be Crab Hammer, because he'll do a ton to this Azu. Yeah, that should be fine. He has D-Claw and Flare Blitz. I don't know if he knows this or if he's realizing this, but the Zard may be his win condition. Therefore, it's going to be really important to find out more about what this set entails. Does he have Roost? Does he have DD? Does he have EQ? You know, there's like 3 moves right there. It could be a tad worrisome. But he goes into Rotom, and I get the crit, which would be unfortunate, but I don't think it's going to matter because I just press Knockoff and take him out. He's looking for a free switch to Azu, I'm guessing. Yeah. So once he brings in Azu though, that's kind of where it gets a little bit sketchy. Because does he have superpower? Because most of them do Knockoff, Aqua Jet, Play Rough, Waterfall, something to that extent. But could be Belly Drum. Yeah, but he played that safely, because if I got a crit or if I got like higher rolls, just even higher rolls, I would have been able to KO that Azu, and then he wouldn't have a switch in. I mean, besides Rotom, that might have barely lived. But yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. He might go for the superpower if he has it, which is why I'm really debating what to go for. Chances are he's not going to go for Knockoff. But who's to say that he's not AV right now? Plus he might potentially even be slower than me. I don't know if I'm minus speed or not. This is my team from the F.E.A.R League. Tacos, is he minus speed? Nope, just minus special attack. So he's going to be outspeeding me anyway because I'm base 55. And he's base 50, I think. With that in mind, it's just going into Jirachi is kind of what I want to do. I'm gonna go Jirachi. That's my best middleman play, as he goes for Play Rough. Interesting. Didn't expect that. But Twisted Dimensions go back to normal, as I'm free to Iron Head, but is it worth it? Absolutely not. He's gonna go Gliscor, and that's great, because I'm kind of free to go back to Crawdon right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do just that. As yep, I'm gonna press Crab Hammer. I have no reason not to. Yeah, I'm still worried a little bit about that moveset of Zard Y. Zard X. The way he went for Play Rough tells me he probably doesn't have superpower. So that's good to know. That crit hurt. That crit hurt a lot. But Jirachi is still probably going to do as much as it could normally. I mean, unless Life Orb Draco ends up taking my life away, which might be a situation. Like, Latios is the only thing at this point that I feel Jirachi's going to be able to set a Trick Room up on, and then from there I'm going to have to go for game. But yeah, if he's doing calcs right now, he's going to realize that, oh yeah, this is totally dependent on rolls in this situation if Azu is going to live, and therefore he might just sack this off to an EQ. But we will find out. I think my best series of plays here, I mean, first it's going to be dependent on if you risk the rolls or not. If I get a low enough roll, there might be 0 chance of me to do a KO him. That's fine. I can accept that. If I take this EQ, I'll be probably down to like 30% in conjunction with the Life Orb damage. But yeah, this is pretty intense. Yep, he's risking the rolls. I get a high roll there. Well, not a... I don't know. It's a relatively high roll. Yes, it's definitely a high roll. So there's clearly potential for it to a KO right now. Either way, I don't know if he wants to risk that or not. He definitely doesn't want to bring in Zard here. He might want to bring in Latios. In which case, I mean, either way, I'm going to F.E.A.R right now. I think that is my best play. Yeah. Because what can happen is, if he does end up having superpower, it can go for that here, and he'll take a little bit of damage, which is perfect for Crawdon for a later situation against Gliscor. If he goes, oh, he goes to F.E.A.R. I did not expect that. I will tell you that for one. He's free to Flare Blitz clearly, but is he going to want to do that? I doubt it. This would be where he reveals DD. I don't know what he wants to do here. The average Ferrothorn is not going to be threatening to him. So I don't see him wanting to sack this, per se. I mean, it wouldn't be sacking. I'm gonna go for Explosion. As he goes to Gliscor. Interessante. Okay. I wanted to go for Rocks, but it just wasn't gonna be my cup of tea. It's a little unfortunate because it could have got Rocks up, cut off damage, or applied pressure to his Latios. So, might have been a little bit of an aggressive play, but I was scared that, I don't know, I was scared that he could DD or something. Nonetheless, that's clearly not the case, as I still don't know if he has EQ. He has yet to reveal that. I could go to Hera, but is that the best play? Probs not. Yeah, in the end, that was too aggressive of a play. I'm just gonna go to Hera here, because I can Mega Evolve, go for a Bullet Seed. Yeah. I think this is my best sitch. Let's just do it. He might Toxic me or something. I don't really know. I could easily go for Rock Blast here too, actually. So I'm kind of debating that. Let's go for Rock Blast. Just in case he wants to switch out. I don't really know. I have no idea. If he does end up roosting, meaning he ends up having Roost, this Rock Blast is going to do diddly. Guess we'll find out. A little upset about the Rocks play because in my F.E.A.R would clearly still be at full health. Handling the Gliscor if need be. And I could have just brought in Heracross for free. But instead, a little preemptive. A little preemptive. But we shall find out. Yeah, I'm just not too sure about my situation at this point. Alright, come on now. Wonder what he's thinking about. Life. I was thinking about going to Crawdon as well, but like, I don't know. I felt it wasn't the greatest sitch. Could just go for Aqua Jet, take a little bit of life or damage and whatnot. But, okay. Really, my win condition at the end is like Latios coming in for some reason. Therefore, how am I going to bring out this Latios? If his Zard has all of these moves that I'm like fearing at this point, I might lose. I just need to bait out this Latios. So he does end up bringing in Azu. Whether to sack or not, I have no idea. Probably to sack though. So that goes down. Honestly, if he brings in Latios right now, I'll just stay in Pin Missile, I think. Although, I don't know if I'd live a Psyshock. I might live a Psyshock with how bulky Hera is and me being max HP. So maybe that wouldn't be the greatest play. Woe is me. I just kind of wish I got that rocks off now, because then my Pharaoh could come in on a Flare Blitz and then give him even more recoil, and then Aqua Jet probably would have taken out from that range. Ah! Now I'm kind of dependent on being able to activate Trick Room, which can only be done against one Mon on his team that's left. So this is definitely coming down to the wire. That Zardex is a threat. Yeah, because he'd be at 55%. Iron Barbs would make him at what, 43, and then Flare Blitz damage bring him down to like 20. And if Crab Hammer has a chance to Oko, Aqua Jet's gonna kill at 20. He's trying to provide commentary as the battle continues, because we're just trying to have a good time. We're just trying to have a good time. And what's he gonna have here? I don't know his moveset on his Zard, and that is the threatening. That is the scary part of this. Like, he has Declaw and Flare Blitz. I mean, usually you exchange Flare Blitz versus EQ. I don't know. KingKoopa is a little bit innovative. He's an innovative man. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed that music. That was all original, provided by me. I'm gonna drink my apple juice now, because this is awkward silence. He brings on the threat. Here's the situation. Jirachi is a wee bit bulky, sure. He could be Life Orb for all I know. Like, I could definitely go for a game at this point. Problem is, I'm scared of Life Orb Lottie versus max HP Jirachi. In case you didn't know, I'm max HP, max speed Jirachi. It's interesting. I don't know. I'm fine with it. I'm not specially defensive. We're not putting those EVs in there. I think I'm Jolly, actually. And we'll just put that as our example. Versus Lottie. Now, Latios. Now, bulky defog. With that set, let's just pretend he's 252. Draco does up to 35. I'm currently at 50. That means he has the potential of doing 35 divided by 2, 17.5%. Meaning, but after leftovers, I should be able to live. If he has EQ, I would be absolutely screwed. It's just, why would he bring this in? He probably wants to go for Psyshock. I'm just going to bring in Jirachi, risk it for the biscuit. Okay. He does have the Life Orb. If he has EQ, which is even more unexpected on Latios than anything else, then I might just get destroyed right here. Nonetheless, I'm going to go for a Trick Room. Because this is the golden situation I needed. I needed him to stay in versus Jirachi. Like, this is the only thing that's preventing me, I think, at this point, from Crawdon living the dream. Yeah, at this range for everything, I'm free to press knockoff on everything. Because what I'm thinking here is, you know, knockoff won't kill Zard from this range, but if he decides to bring it in, like just on a knockoff, just so I get life orb damage, that's fine, because once Trick Room ends, I'm going to switch out Crawdon until it's free to just Aqua Jet. So he has HP Fire, which is really good to note. I think it's over. I think it's over at this point. This is the only thing I could set Trick Room up on now. If I just Healing Wish, it'll give me a free switch and a Crawdon. Yeah, I think that's game if I'm playing this correctly. I have to play it correctly though. Like, can I just Healing Wish? Because if I Healing Wish, go for knockoff, kill something, go for knockoff, kill something. Let's do it. Healing Wish it is. Brings me back to fuller health if need be. I don't really know what that instance would be, where it would need be, but you know, maybe against a Declog and Zard, I don't think that'll actually be a sitch. But it'll be the safe switch into Crawdon and give it back full health. So that's everything I need. Unless he has the Trick Room on Latios right now, which I'm going to be honest is probably extremely unlikely. The plot twist! Only thing is, what's he going to bring in? Dun dun dun. Gosh, is he going to bring in Zard? Zard's at 80%, but it will put him at a safer range to live whatever I go for. That's interesting though, because now, I mean, my Trick Room is going to be even more efficient now because there's only 2 Mons that he has to switch between. If he goes to, gosh, this is quite this situation. If he goes to Zard, he's at full health and Crabhammer doesn't necessarily kill, but Declaw doesn't necessarily kill, right? Let's make sure, because this is a very, this can be considered a pretty important battle. As I have a Crawdont, OU Wall Breaker, but I'm also max HP. Yeah, looking at a set, unless he carries the random Outrage now, which won't matter because then I could go for EQ and probably defeat Gliscor 1v1. It looks like I got it. Wait, what am I even saying? I'm confused as to what the point. No, yeah, the point is that I'm going to live whatever he goes for. So he does decide to go to Zard. Because of there being rolls for Crabhammer, plus the chance of missing, I want to just go for knockoff. Yeah, that's going to be my play of choice. If he wants to switch out, so be it. Just to like try to stall out. But yeah, I'm just going for knockoff for damage as he goes for Flare Blitz. The point was I just did not want to miss there, and I think this settles it, because now he can switch out, but this knockoff is probably going to kill Gliscor at this point. And looking at that knockoff damage, did 63%. Okay, that was like a pretty average roll actually. So yeah, that was just to be safe, because if I missed Crabhammer there, that may have been the game. Although it has a high crit ratio, we don't want to like mess with things from there. 1, 2, 3. 3 turns of Trick Room have went off. Therefore, I'll be able to seal it up by the time Trick Room's over. So I think this battle has been clinched. Yeah. That was the way things worked out. I was a little bit scared, especially after recklessly playing that Ferrothorn, but we were able to get through it. Still only revealed 2 moves on this thing. I was almost scared that he would like roost stall and be like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Yeah, so he's gonna go to Gliscor, that's fine. But yeah, at this range, Yeah, GG, man. This is going to be the game because I press knockoff, and unless Trick Room fails me for no reason, I would still won. We're good. We're golden. I know we both, it's just funny because we both won these battles that we had against each other with Trick Room teams. Just funny. But yeah, so I guess I won the OU finals. When will people but yeah, that means I won this little F.E.A.R OU tourney kind of thing. So I'm excited about that. So hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, sub. Until later, peace.